Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today with more Demon Slayer, you guys. Oh my goodness, last time was so much fun. It was so good. I cannot wait to get into it and just kind of my lasting thoughts on what I thought of it. But first, I just want to say if you joined me early today, you know just what that means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much. And as always, I'm sending up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. And if you are joining me on those YouTubes, I hope you will hit like and subscribe for me. Thank you so much. Yeah, guys, last time was a ton of fun. Somebody had mentioned, like, it almost kind of feels like with the kind of recap of the whole Rengoku story and everything, we're just due for like a ton of like silly mayhem and fun, and that's exactly what we got. But we also did get the story furthered along a little bit as well. It wasn't all just like, you know, silly kind of filler or anything like that. But dang, guys, the whole Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke plot just played out in a very hilarious way. I like how each one of them has landed like a little bit differently. You know, Tanjiro is the really hardworking one, which is no surprise. Zenitsu is like really fired up. But for for the reasons they're thinking, like revenge on a man, but not exactly what they think at the same time, which I just think is just, the whole thing is just so like silly comedy of errors and hilarious. And then we have Inosuke who like cannot show any of his Inosuke-ness, not the super like aggressive talk, nothing. Like he literally just has to kind of like fly under the radar, which is kind of the least Inosuke thing I could think of, is just being like subtle, just being like chill. It's not really Inosuke's thing. So, but Inosuke, as we know, and I knew this was going to come up, has very beautiful features, and I love that they brought that into the story. I thought that was really, really funny. So where we left off, we know that, oh yeah, we had the whole thing with the Sound Hashira's wives. You guys have filled me into the fact that they are his actual wives. I really was not sure, like, are they pretending to be his wives? Is this like is this like in his clan, do they just call someone who's partnering with you your wife? Is this like a work wife situation or work husband situation? No, they are his actual wives. But we know that we left off with one of the wives seemingly in a lot of trouble, and I think some of the other ones are in trouble as well. We know we have one that's like missing, and now we're like right outside the room for like the one that's seemingly in a lot of trouble right now. Well, definitely in a lot of trouble, like definitely being held captive. So I theorize that like, is the demon one of the higher up women in the organization? Because we know they kind of went over like, okay, you have like this, you can have these people within the I don't really know how you would refer to it, but the organizations we've been following, and some of them have kind of like risen through the ranks to be like a little bit more like, they're very, very highly established, not just in their company, but in like they're almost kind of like, not high society, but they're very cultured and everything. It's kind of a high position. And I don't know why, but I'm just getting this feeling that maybe the demon is one of these women. I have no idea if that's right or not, but guys, there's one way to find out, and that's to jump right into the next episode of Demon Slayer. Let's go. Oh my god, you guys, that was so good. I don't even know where to start because they completely took me by surprise within like the last 2 minutes of that episode by having Zenitsu get the snake tentacles wrapped around him, followed by the Christmas party which of course Zenitsu would have everything very well orchestrated to proceed straight from Christmas right into the wedding, complete with cake and everything, like the whole 9 yards. And I loved everyone showing up in their little outfits for the Christmas party. I half expected Nezuko to be like in the little Santa girl, kind of like almost kind of like a Petaru kind of kind of get up, but super, super cute. I love that. It's been so long since we got, and this was a combined junior senior high. Last time I feel like it was just junior high and they were all in the classroom and we had Nezuko with the little bread and everything. I love it when she has the bread in all the fantasies. So like the fantasy junior high arcs. Yes, there's just something so fun about her with the French bread in her mouth. I don't know. All right, guys. So, yeah. So, I was saying this a little bit at the end of the episode, but it totally makes sense to have some of these upper-ranking women be like upper-ranking demons, because you would kind of have your run of the place, except that, you know, I think you could get too carried away with overconfidence. And I feel like that's what this one demon is doing, like publicly, not publicly, but it's such a very I feel like public facing kind of death of the madam of the house could be I don't know, I just feel like that's going to put a lot more out in the forefront than they wanted there to be originally. I don't know, I could be wrong about that. We also know that, okay, one of the wives is, it looks like in the attic. Inosuke's cover, I think, is pretty much blown. Zenitsu has gotten on the radar in a big way of this one demon, and it seems like the demon may be coming back to try and finish the job, judging by the end of that episode, which was, oh my god, what a way to just like cut to black with that. That is just cruel to me. So the only one I think who hasn't really encountered too much so far is Tanjiro. Tanjiro's just kind of been hard at work with with all the cleaning chores and everything. I like that Zenitsu is forming like some kind of personal bonds here with the young girls in this like house. And I know that that's going to give him an even more kind of personal investment in this whole thing. He is, I think of the three, he is getting the most into it. Like, into his character, into the life, into kind of like, you know, actually developing bonds with the other people in the house. So we'll see. That kind of makes sense in a way. So we'll see where that's all going. It looks like Zenitsu is going to be in a bit of trouble. Also, I don't know what happened to the one wife who is like still missing, but that other wife, oh my god, we need to get to that attic. And it makes sense that like we know that these, I hope I'm saying this right, Oiran women are very high producers, let's put it that way, for their houses. So seems like there's been a lot that like we've been looking the other way on, kind of. So that makes a lot of sense, and everyone's kind of like just trying to, okay, well, you know, within reason, we're going to cover up what we can. So, yeah, guys, I'm excited to see where it's all going. The little Christmas special at the end was just a really nice kind of cherry on top of an episode that really serves to push this mystery along a lot further. A surprise appearance from Kibutsuji, which was, you know, I think as terrifying to the demon as it was to the rest of us. Just gotta have him, like, show up. Again, I don't know if him kind of taking a female appearance at one point had something to do with this, but I'll be really curious to see if that kind of comes back into play. Yeah, guys. Oh my god, Inosuke just punching that guy straight in the face was just everything. It must be so hard for Inosuke to just not Inosuke in this house, you know what I mean? Like, he's the one I feel like who's working the hardest to change his behavior in this setting. But yeah, guys, I'm looking forward to seeing where it's all going. Definitely, we have our silliness, but we're not afraid to just like show somebody like get pushed off a building and bloody on the ground either. So it's like they like to remind us once in a while. They're like, "Hey guys, you're still watching Demon Slayer," just in case you were wondering. Yes, we have silliness, and we're also gonna have some really messed up stuff along the way. So stay tuned. Yeah, guys, that was a great episode. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen next. We're setting up our demons for this arc. I really think the snake kind of almost sort of like a Medusa snake tentacle kind of thing is really interesting. Really different, I think, from what we've seen too. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to join me next time and we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.